that I'm here as the Queen and Commander-in-Chief to observe, to make sure whatever process is being done is done fairly, and whoever is arrested by the citizens is given respect, dignity, and honor.
Yeah. Very good.
So that's it.
Very good. And I'm here to make sure it goes over peacefully.
Correct, yes. And I have sent a message to the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces 2 days ago. I sent a message to the U.S. Commander-in-Chief 2 days ago, letting him know that I'm here and that I'll be here.
Right.
And that I requested for a backup to make sure this process goes peacefully.
Thank you so much.
For the people.
So that is Romana Didulo, the commander-in-chief of Canadian QAnon, I guess. An alien, as we'll get into, someone who can personally communicate with Joe Biden to get backup, I guess. And this story is already wild, but it gets wilder. You saw her there talking in that video about how the citizens are going to put people under citizens arrest. Specifically, they're going to arrest a bunch of cops. So when a bunch of QAnoners decide that they're gonna go arrest the cops, how do you think that's gonna go? Well, if you're a member of the group, oh, it's gonna be great, everything's coming up QE. But no, they ended up getting kind of manhandled by the cops. So the actual footage, which is out there, I found to be a little bit rough. Maybe we can play a little bit of that. Yeah, you'll see they continually say that they're gonna put them under arrest and then they get dragged down. The cops seem to have this thing about pulling their shirts off, which I found to be a little bit weird. But yeah, cops, whether in the US or in Canada, they don't be like when you give them a dirty look. When you try to place them under arrest, they're not going to play along with your little fantasies. But I want to give you more information about this individual because she is a character. Romana Didulo has built a sizable following out of the QAnon community by convincing people that she's the true leader of Canada and is waging a secret war against the supposed pedophilic cabal, as Marjorie Greene says, of globalist leaders like Trudeau or Joe Biden. She brought 30 of her followers to Ontario to do these citizens arrest over, well, what do you think? Like COVID mask mandates and stuff like that. So by the end of the day, one of her followers had been charged with 2 counts of assaulting police. A second was facing charges of mischief and resisting arrest. Charges of mischief are my favorite charges. They're by far the funniest. But anyway, they'd been super excited in the group for this, spreading memes and chatting about it and everything. She told her followers, of which she has 60,000 just on Telegram, who amongst you are prepared and ready to keep your city safe, peaceful, and secure after you've peacefully arrested Peterborough, Ontario police? Well, her followers, some of them are being locked up. There's no sign yet that she's facing charges, but even if they do come for her, they're gonna have a hard time getting her because she has certain special powers. She claims she can become invisible by cloaking herself. I think she watched Star Trek at some point. This power is not unusual for beings of her race, she says. She is not of this earth. She is a member of a highly advanced alien race, an Arcturian, an alien being with special celestial powers. Now, I searched for Arcturian on the internet because it sounded vaguely like one of the aliens from Star Trek Voyager, and it might be based on that. But no, there's a lot of videos and books about the Arcturians and their special technology and everything. She's just one of them, Jackson. What do you think about the Queen of Q?
Oh man, I think many things. Well, first, the thing that really drew me in the article that we read for this, or one of them, the quote, the opening quote, it said, "People on a mission to arrest cops on behalf of self-proclaimed QAnon Queen of Canada ended up being violently arrested themselves." And it just, this woman she's nuts. I mean, she's just completely nuts. And one of the interesting things about this is, I was listening to some discussions, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of the things he was pointing out, because he was talking about like flat earthers and stuff. And before, we lived in this age of technology, you might run into somebody who believed that the earth was flat like once every blue moon, but now all you gotta do is log on and there they are by the thousands, by the millions. So she's got 60,000 followers because all these people can congregate due to search engines. So that's just one of the downsides of what we live in. But my favorite part was she said during one of her live streams that she had to go. And she was like, I have to go communicate with foreign allies. And it was like, no, the burrito you ate earlier was just hitting it. You had to take a break real quick so you could step aside and do your thing real quick. But Man, sure, yeah. I mean, you try to arrest police officers, you're gonna end up on the ground with your shirt off. They're gonna sprinkle some dehumanization on you, and that's how this ends up. But what a story.
Yeah, and where did they get that dehumanization powder? The Arcturians,
of course.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's insane that this works. That there are people who believe literally anything. It makes me a little bit jealous. I kind of want to try it. Like, I want to see if I can start a cult. Just for the fun of it. I'm not gonna do anything bad. And she apparently has, and not just the citizen's arrest. Back in 2021, she was detained for allegedly encouraging her followers to shoot to kill anyone involved in vaccinating young people against COVID-19, adding that the traitors, TRADERS, the traitors, but spelled wrong, will face a military tribunal punishable by fire squad or hanging. Like, if you're gonna be like arguing that you want to put the traitors to death, you should know what the word actually is. Anyway,
Arcturian technology right there.
Arcturian technology. Maybe she means people who trade with a different alien species. I don't know. But anyway, it is amazing the following people can put together. She's got 60,000 followers. I've been reading about this guy. I'm sure everybody in the chat knows about this guy. Dude in Europe who's got like this following of hundreds of thousands of like hardcore, like pro-rape misogynists who's pulling in like huge amounts of money. I don't understand how these communities come together. Like what? Read a book.
Somebody in the chat said it was sugar water. He meant from MIB, the giant cockroach. He came to Earth and he crashed. He was like sugar water. Oh man, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah. Anyway, like she's still out there. She's gonna come up with something else. If you're the secret leader of Canada, go to the presidential mansion, which I assume they have. Go do something presidency. Prove it for once. Why would you have to be so secret? And that's why I've never understood this. The idea proof, that man? Like, what's that?
Who needs proof?
Yeah, me. I'll join this. If she like does a live stream where she fades away from view, I'll go arrest a cop with you, sure. But I want to see the technology first. Right. Prove it.
Exactly.
Anyway, maybe she is. Maybe she's right behind me, and I just don't know. Anyway,
the fourth dimension.
Exactly. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.